Burgess then, pre-Bromley at home. Cameron, welcome to Cheltenham. What was it that sort of made you come here?
First of all, team's top of the league. It's a good experience for me playing against top players and playing with some top players as well. Watched the game on Sunday, and the boys were obviously not the best we can be, but still promising, so I can get results. Another one's the manager, obviously got a lot of experience league football and knows exactly what he wants to do. So promising stuff.
And obviously Fulham know him well, so did Cheltenham come highly recommended because of Gary?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, he's done things with Dan Burn and Stephen Arthur before, and they've all come back positive news, and obviously all improved greatly. So it's promising stuff for me as well.
And what have Fulham told you to do while you're
Just obviously, first of all, get experience, games under my belt, and just concentrate on what I'm good at, and learn from what the league can bring.
here? How's the learning curve been so far of getting up to speed with how Cheltenham play?
I mean, it's good so far. Try and play a lot of good football, and all the things we want to do is promising stuff, and it looks really good for the next few games. So.
And Gary said you've had quite a long video session as well.
Yeah, just checking out all the sort of style of play and things that the gaffer wants us to do, and also seeing some clips from the team, like all the goals we've scored and things like that, and how we sort of play football. So it's good to see.
And how easy is that to absorb when you're new to everything here?
It makes it a lot easier when the team's top of the league. Everything comes easy, everyone's buzzing, everyone's happy to play and stuff, and it just all flows a lot better when the team's top of the league. So it's good to see.
Obviously, with your height, we'd expect you to win your fair share of headers. I mean, is that, if you like, the main strength of your game as a centre half?
I guess so. I think I'm pretty good on the ball as well. I mean, time will tell, and playing against certain players. But I think headers, tackles, stuff like that is fundamental stuff, and I need to be good at them each and every game.
And obviously, you've been part of the Australian squad trying to qualify for the Olympics. How much has that helped you sort of just adapting to new teammates, new situations?
Well, those boys, actually, even some of them played before when I was a kid in Australia. But the rest of them, it's good to like sort of see. It's good to be in a team environment for a long period of time, and it helps massively, especially coming here, new lad coming to a new team. So it's good.
Have you got any more situations where you might be sort of dashing off with them for a match, or you sort of here for Cheltenham for the whole rest of the season?
No, that's it. Focus on Cheltenham for the rest of the season. So all good stuff.
Bromley on Saturday. Do you feel ready yet? I mean, obviously they've got more than 48 hours to kick off as we speak.
Yeah, 100%. Ready to go. Focus has been on that since I signed the deal on Monday. So that's what I'm looking forward to the most.
And in terms of the National League, what do you think of the standards so far from what you've seen?
I think there's a lot of big teams in this league. Obviously, teams that have come down from the Football League, and also teams that have come up, got good backing and stuff. So it's a really up and coming league, and there's a lot of good teams in there. So it's a big test.
And obviously, as you say, Cheltenham right at the top of the National League. So I mean, yes, there's the pressure to win, but also you're coming into a really confident camp as well.
That's it. Everyone's enjoying the football. Makes it a lot easier for me. And it's always easy to come into a team that's winning rather than a team that's struggling. So it's good.
Good man. Good luck. Thank you.
Cheers.
Slightly different temperature you expected from your last game, isn't it? Was that in Doha?
Yeah, in Doha.
How hot was that?
I think it was. We played at night game, so it was only sort of 20 degrees, a lot cooler than I thought it was going to be originally. Yeah. But it's a bit of a change.
Obviously, the experience of playing for the Australians must be, in that Olympic tournament, must have been a great experience to have, even though it didn't go as I'm sure you would have wanted it to.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been part of that squad since the sort of campaign began a couple of years ago, and it's been good the whole way along. So obviously sorry to see it end, but it's been a good experience.
I heard Johanna Conta, the tennis player, talking about having more passports than Jason Bourne. You've obviously got the British one and the Australian one.
I'm not far behind there. Sure.
Obviously, you moved to Australia when you were 10 years old
yeah.
to Perth.
Yeah.
And grew up there. What was it like growing up there in a sports mad country?
Brilliant. I mean, obviously, I played a few sports when I was a kid, as everyone does out there. Yeah. But it's unbelievable. You can't really. There's no days where you think, oh, the weather's going to be bad, can't be playing this, can't be doing that. It's just get up and go, and everyone's sort of active out there, so it's good.
There's that Australian sort of tough nugget sort of character that gets into people over there. Is that something that you picked up since you were there?
I'd like to hope so.
Yeah.
So,
You never picked up the accent though. That's still Aberdeen.
Not quite. Yeah, that's still Aberdeen. Yeah.
Well, was there a temptation to sort of pledge to Scotland rather than Australia, or did that time spent there maybe think, no, I'm an Aussie now. I'm third income Aussie.
Well, I obviously I played with Scotland a little bit when I was younger and stuff. But with the Australia team, it sort of presented a better opportunity from my point of view, and it's worked out well so far. I love being a part of it, and obviously all the things it brings is good for me. So I'm really happy with it.
You're actually replacing an Aussie here. Have you met Downsy yet and spoken to him?
Yeah, he's filled me in on all the details and keeping me on my toes as well. So it's good.
He obviously sounds a little more Australian than you. He's going to be giving you a few languages.
Yeah, I think he's got a little bit of an accent change. I think he's definitely Aussie, but he's got a little bit of a twang. So.
Excellent. Cheers, Cam.